Hi everybody, I'm assuming you're all here to have a beginner's guide to collecting for the Game Boy Advance. So, it was my first ever console. I had it when I was around 6 years old. And this, right here, is my system from back then. Sadly, it has got a few dents and the screen is, well, kind of knackered. But, here we go. So, right, we're going to show you 6 amazing games that I personally love. And 2 others without gameplay, but here's one right now. It's Mario Kart Super Circuit. Highly recommend it. It's a great game. But yeah, let's get into the gameplay. First off, we've got Columns Crown, and I love Columns. I'm addicted to it. Play it all the time. So yeah, let's check out the gameplay. So guys, this is Columns. It's a very simple game. You've got to match up 3 of the colours. So 3 greens, could have done it there, but didn't. But we're gonna match up 3 greens here. Anyway, the goal of the game is to get a high score. Biggest high score possible. So it's very fun, very addictive. Yeah, I can't remember what my highest possible score is. It's over 1,000, I'm pretty sure. So I think this game goes for only about £5 to £10. It could be a little more, it could be a little less. That's just the rough kind of thing that I've gone for. I think I paid £3 for it a couple of years ago. So I do highly recommend this one, guys. It's just fun. It's like Tetris. You know, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. So guys, that was Columns Crown. Fantastic little game. Highly recommend it for collectors that are starting off collecting for, and for just gamers. Like, it's a great game. It's better than Tetris. I said what I said. Okay, so yeah. As you saw, we did the standard mode. There might be another clip next to me right now while I'm talking. But yeah, it's just a really fun game, guys. There's there is a story. I don't know the story. Let's be honest. But anyway, the second game that we've got for you today, guys, is Super Mario Bros. 3. So it's a classic. I had to include it. I had to include a Mario title. So yeah, let's get into the gameplay. So guys, this is a game that needs no introduction. It's Super Mario Bros. 3. Fantastic game. So yeah, I mean, you know what the goal is here. Rescue Princess Peach from Bowser, of course. That's what you always have to do. It's every single game. I don't need to talk about the story. You know the story, and the gameplay is great. This is probably one of the best ones on the Game Boy, the best Mario games anyway. So yeah, that's why I'm recommending it. So let's take a look. So I think you can pick this one up for between £10 and £15. Don't ask me about the American prices or anything, because I do not know. So yeah, this one, come on guys, you got to have a Mario game in the collection for every Nintendo console. It's quintessential that you have one. So, as you guys just saw, Super Mario Bros. 3 right there. I am very rusty at this. Both me and Maria died about 10 times recording this stuff. And that's just on the first 2 levels. I aced the first level, and so did Maria. But then on the second level, we both died many times. It's not great, I'll be honest. It's been a few years, I'll be honest. So that's not my original copy, but I did own it as a kid, and I played it non-stop. And then when I upgraded to the DS, it was New Super Mario Bros. But anyway, the third game, and probably one of my all-time favourite games, and this is the third game I ever owned, is Pokemon Emerald. This game is just fantastic. You know, I think Gen 3 is personally the best gen, and Mudkip is one of the best starters. So yeah, let's take a look at the gameplay. Does anything really need to be said about Pokemon Emerald? It is the best Pokemon game on the Game Boy Advanced. But yeah, if you don't know what Pokemon is, you basically capture monsters and make them fight. I don't think Peter likes it very much, but who cares? But yeah, I went with Torchic for this run of Emerald. I've got Blaziken now. He's max evolved basically. So yeah, really great. It's kind of a running gag where everyone has overpowered starters, and I really did overpower Blaziken. Yeah, not my best moment. I usually don't do that, but I did it this run just because. Anyway, guys, I really like my team in this one. I've got Blaziken, I've got Swabble, I want Flygon, which I've got the evolution for, the pre-evolution for. Can't remember its name. It's gonna bug me. Okay, it's Trapinch. It's Trapinch. I completely forgot. But yeah, we just showing you some Pokemon battles. I mean, I'm sure you've seen at least one Pokemon battle in your life. If you haven't, you've been living under a rock, let's be honest. But yeah, this is Trapinch versus Coffin. And yeah, this was a pain, because I go for Bite. He uses Smokescreen on me. And yeah, Trapinch hits this one. Anyway, it just kind of repeats until Coffin blows up. So yeah, but yeah, Belloom is my 5th Pokemon, so I haven't decided my 6th slot. I will keep that for maybe Donphan. I like Donphan, so might get him. But anyway, we just finish off this Pokemon battle now with Belloom. Can never pronounce any of these names correctly. Going in for the headbutt. Pretty good damage, and I just thought, I'm gonna go for a different move, so I went Mega Punch, and it finishes him off, thankfully, but it's not very effective. So yeah, let's yeah, sorry, this is generally my favourite Game Boy Advance game. I've got 3 copies, 3 of them, literally. And it's expensive now in the UK. It goes for about 100 quid, which is crazy, because one of them is my original copy, and then the other 2 I paid less than 30 for each, so crazy. But as you guys know, Pokemon is classic. Gen 3 is one of the best gens. I say Gen 3 and Gen 2 may be tied for best, and obviously Gen 1 is a classic, but Red, Blue, and Yellow are quite dated now. But I think this still holds up today. I think it's perfect. And yeah, I love all the starters. I mean, Trico is amazing. Torchic and Mudkip. They're all fantastic. But yeah. Anyway, the next game is going to be more of the same. It's Pokemon Fire Red. And as I said, Gen 1 is a bit dated, but this is Gen 1 and Gen 3 graphics, and it is fantastic. So let's take a look at the gameplay.
So guys, as I said previously, it's just another Pokemon game, but I will say you need at least two Gen 3 games, aka either Fire Red or Leaf Green or Emerald, Ruby or Sapphire, but you need 2 of them. And yeah, it's just, it's just a classic. You're in Kanto, you're picking between Squirtle, Bulbasaur and Charmander. It's just the best. I mean, if you weren't there, I mean, you might be a bit younger than me, but I wasn't there either. I started with Gen 3, as I said. But, you have to really to appreciate it, kind of have to be there. It's just such a fantastic game, guys. Honestly, if you haven't played it, play it. And I do only say that for the 1% of people who haven't played Pokemon, Red, Blue, Yellow, Fire Red or Leaf Green, because, come on, most people have played a Pokemon game, especially if you're, collecting any Nintendo console. You've definitely at least played one Pokemon game, I think. I mean, I could be wrong. I mean, prove me wrong, I guess. But yeah, as you see here, I picked Bulbasaur, and then Blue obviously picked Charmander. So yeah, we actually ended up losing this battle, which is a first for me. I don't think I've ever lost a beginning battle. But yeah, as I said, I can't recommend Fire Red enough, or Leaf Green, same game. Pokemon is essential. At least 1 or 2 Pokemon games are essential to beginning collection for the GBA. So yeah, let's get into the next one.
So, Pokemon Fire Red. What a fantastic game. And Leaf Green. They're both great. They're both great. They're the same. So, yeah. Well, what can I say? As I said before, Gen 1 in Gen 3 graphics, I mean, all of the starters are fantastic. You've got Bulbasaur, the best one, Squirtle, and Charmander. Charmander being the worst one. I said what I said. It's a joke, don't worry. But yeah, I just, every time I start one of these games, I always think, who am I going to pick this time? Because it is so hard to pick. And we went with Bulbasaur, as you saw this time, but I have been recording this on a Retron 5. So, and that means the save data is on the system. So whatever's on this cartridge is mine when I play it on the GBA system, but when I played on the Retron 5, it was brand new. So, as you probably saw with Emerald, I was already quite far into my playthrough, and that is because I've been playing it for about 6 months on and off. The last 6 months. I did say it is my favourite GBA game. But anyway, let's get in probably the worst one on the list, but that's only because it is quite dated. It is still one of my personal favourites because it's so fun. And we've got Star Wars Flight of the Falcon. The gameplay in this looks really bad, which you might be seeing right now, you might be seeing in a second already. But I do think it is fun. It is a good arcade, like, space shooter thing. And guys, you pick this up for less than a £5, let's be honest. So yeah, let's take a look and see what's there.
So guys, this is Star Wars Flight of the Falcon. It's a very simple game, I'll be honest. You pick it up for less than a £5, I think. But yeah, it's so simple gameplay. As you know, I'm recording it on the Retron 5, so I've actually I don't have my save data. But I do think, even for like the GBA, these graphics are pretty decent. Like, you can't go wrong. You know, you can disagree. It's just a fun, like, space shooty game, you know. Yeah, I don't really know what to say for this one. It's just one of those where you need to play it for yourself and enjoy. You know, you gotta like Star Wars as well. I think if you don't like Star Wars, you won't like it. I just think it's a great one. But in the first mission, you've got to you've got to capture an enemy transport, Imperial shuttle. That's what they're called. But yeah, just shooting down some TIE fighters, having a good time, getting a score going. You got missiles, but didn't use any. And yeah, you got 3 lives. It's just, you know, it's your bog standard game. So yeah, I like it. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of the gameplay. I'll just leave it to the gameplay now.
So that was Star Wars Flight of the Falcon, and you might be thinking, wow Sam, that was really rubbish gameplay. Yeah, it is, but it's fun. You know, you're playing as Han in the Falcon, flying about, shooting TIE fighters. What more do you want? I mean, you know, as I said, you get this for less than $5. It's worth it, guys. Trust me. But anyway, on to my probably second favorite GBA game of all time, and the first ever video game I played. And again, the GBA was the first system I owned, and this is the first game I owned. So this game has a very special place in my heart. It's TY, Taz the Tasmanian Tiger 2, and it's Bush Rescue even. Yeah, so I played that non-stop as a kid, because it is literally this and FIFA. I had FIFA 2004. And this one, it's just so amazing. As I said, recording this on the Retron 5, so you'd be seeing the start of the game again, but on the actual cart, you know, thing, I haven't even completed it. Literally, I didn't know how to complete it as a kid, so I'm playing it through right now on the Retron 5. It's so fun. So yeah, let's take a look at the gameplay, guys.
So this is TY2, and I like to call it TY2 instead of Tasmanian Tiger 2, Bush Rescue. Always called it TY2. But yeah, as I said, this is my literal first ever video game I ever played, and I'm actually continuing to play it on the Retron 5. So it's just so much fun. So we're just starting off the game, going through the little tutorials. Marie is actually recording this for me because she wanted to give it a go.
So that was TY2, and I call it TY2 because I've always called it TY2. It really does hold a special place in my heart. So and you probably picked that up for less than $5 as well. Funny enough, I didn't say about most of the game's prices, but they all are pretty cheap except for Emerald and Fire Red. Them being Pokemon, obviously. But I do have one more game to suggest to you guys, and there's no gameplay for this because you don't need gameplay for this one. It's Monopoly. I mean, again, pick it up for less than $5. Fantastic. But yeah, that was the GBA beginner's guide to collecting, guys. I hope you really enjoyed this video. I hope to do many more of them in the future. So let me know if you enjoyed it and what your favorite game I picked out to recommend, and what's your favorite game in general. Let me know down in the comments below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next episode.